Hello, my internet fans. Welcome, 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 my internet fans and family. Welcome to the first week of Sunday Night Baseball here on the Simply Reliable Studios and the Casa D18 Studios as we're getting ready for this matchup between the Cleveland Guardians and the Seattle Mariners. Yay! So, excuse me while I'm getting my Roku device set up here. For some reason on NBC, they are getting ready to show the Oklahoma City game, but I am looking for tonight's matchup on Peacock. There should be a pregame show going on. And I think I got it. So we'll just let that play in the background. We've got basically an hour or so to kill before we get started with today's watch along. And okay, that's good enough for me. And it looks like that is a drone shot of the stadium. That is T-Mobile Park. And there's Dodger Stadium. So this is all just B-roll of that. So since we've got some time to kill before the official stream starts on Peacock at 7 o'clock Eastern, we've got lots of updates to do, things to talk about in the world of sports. Topic number one, March Madness. Well, the Volunteers are not going to the Final Four. Again, this is now 3 straight years where the Volunteers have made it to the Elite Eight, the regional final of their portion of the tournament. And today they faced the Michigan Wolverines, and they started out strong, but then, of course, the Wolverines just dominated. And they were, by halftime, they were up by almost 30 points. And the Vols could not come back. It was pretty much over and done with. So let's just bring up the official write-up as written on ESPN. Let's see, where is it? Yep, there's the recap. Yaxiel Lendenberg scores 27 points as Michigan rolls into the Final Four, beating Tennessee 95-62. This, of course, written by the Associated Press as presented on ESPN. Yaxiel Lendenberg scored 27 points. Elliot Cadeau had 10 assists, and Michigan rolled into the Final Four, overwhelming Tennessee for a 95-62 victory in the NCAA tournament on Sunday. Morez Johnson Jr. added 12 points for top-seeded Michigan, which posted its 11th victory this season by at least 30 points. Ade Mara had 11 points and blocked 2 shots in the Midwest Regional Final. Making the most of its size and athleticism on both sides of the court, Michigan, with a record of 35-3, advanced to its first Final Four since 2018 and 9th overall. Next up is a showdown with Arizona in Saturday's national semifinals. Under second-year coach Dusty May, who took Florida Atlantic to the Final Four in 2023, the Wolverines became the first school to win at least 4 games in an NCAA tourney by double digits, while scoring at least 90 points in each. Lendeborg, who was named the region's most outstanding player, was 10 for 19 from the field. He became the first Michigan player to score at least 23 points in 3 consecutive NCAA tournament games since Juwan Howard did it in 4 straight in 1994. Jacoby Gillespie scored 21 points on 8 of 22 shooting for Tennessee with a record of 25-12, which lost in the Elite Eight for the 3rd straight year under coach Rick Barnes. The 71-year-old coach reached his only Final Four in 2003 with Texas. Felix Okpara finished with 10 points and 7 rebounds for the Volunteers, who shot just 32%, 24 of 76 from the field. Each team had 42 rebounds, a major problem for a Tennessee team that usually enjoys an advantage on the glass. Michigan grabbed control with a 21-0 run in the first half, going from a 16-14 deficit with 11:22 left to a 35-16 lead with 6:10 remaining. Once again, Lendeborg was the conductor of an offensive show for the Wolverines. The 6'9" forward switched hands on a slick reverse layup, then made a no-look pass to Roddy Gale Jr. for a three-pointer on a fast break. Then he set up a three by Cadeau with 7:52 to go. After Tennessee made a push to get back in the game, Lendeborg scored on a fast break and found Trey McKinney for a three at the end of a 7-0 run that made it 48-26 at halftime. It was more of the same in the second half. Mara, a 7'3" center, stepped outside for one of the Wolverines' 10 three-pointers. The Michigan portion of the United Center crowd cheered wildly when seldom used reserves Charlie May, the coach's son, and Oscar Goodman entered for the final few minutes. Goodman scored with 2:32 left, and May made a three with 1:02 remaining for Michigan's final basket. So that's going to pretty much do it. 3 teams are locked into the Final Four. It's going to be Michigan, Arizona, and right now Duke is playing UConn, and the 4th team is Illinois. So it's Arizona versus Michigan on April 4th. That matchup is locked in. The winner of Duke and UConn will face Illinois to finish out the Final Four. Those 2 teams play on April 4th, and the national championship, I believe, is 2 days later on April 6th. So that's going to do it for the Vols in basketball this season. I do believe that I think football season is opening with the Orange and White Classic. I think that starts around summertime. And, of course, the Vols are playing baseball this season as well. So we'll definitely keep a look at that. So what's been going on in the MLB in the only, let's see, the season started, Wednesday night? Thursday night? Somewhere in there? And right now, your leaders in the AL East, technically it's a tie between the Blue Jays and the Yankees. They are both undefeated at 3-0. Why the Blue Jays get the higher ranking, probably because the Blue Jays have won at home and the Yankees have won on the road, but probably so. But they are technically in a statistical tie, but the Blue Jays have the number 1 spot. The Orioles are 2-1, and the Rays and the Red Sox are at 1-2. In the AL Central, the Tigers and the Guardians, who will be playing tonight, and I kind of need to straighten that out a little bit, but that's okay. And I'm going to put Mariners right here. Let's write that. I know my handwriting is sloppy, but I don't care. The Tigers and the Guardians are tied at 2-1. The Twins are 1-2. The Royals are 1-2. The White Sox are winless at 0-3. And in the AL West, the Rangers are at 2-1. The Angels are at 500, tied with the Astros. Their series was split at 2 games each, so they're both 2-2. The Mariners are 1-2, and the Athletics, which do not have a city right now. I don't want to use the word homeless, but they are cityless right now because they are no longer the Oakland Athletics. They are just the Athletics until they make the move to Las Vegas. They are winless as well at 0-3. In the National League East, the Miami Marlins, they are undefeated. They are 3-0. The Mets, the Nationals, and the Braves, whom we in Tennessee root for because they are 4 hours away, they are 2-1. And the Phillies are 1-2. In the National League Central, the Brewers are undefeated. They are 3-0. The Cardinals and the Reds are 2-1. The Pirates and the Cubs are 1-2. And in the National League West, the Dodgers, they are undefeated at 3-0. The Padres are 1-2. The Diamondbacks, the Rockies, and the Giants are all 0-3. But there's nothing to panic about yet, folks, because the season is only a few days old. We've got 162 games, and there's plenty more to go. And yes, I know the Angels lost to the Astros, but the overall series was a split, so therefore you can call it a tie. In some cases, a tie you can win. So I'm happy that the Angels are 500 right now. It's when they drop below 500, that's when I start to worry. Now, let's talk about Mr. Aaron Judge, good old number 99. If you saw the previous watch along where the Yankees played the Giants, he was on an opening slump, going 0-5 before finally hitting his first home run of the season. But the way he got to it was a little bit interesting thanks to the brand new ABS system. Here was the scenario. He comes up to bat, first pitch thrown, strike. Second pitch thrown, called strike. He taps his hat. They check the replay, comes to find out that the ball was 1/10 of an inch below the strike zone. Therefore, the call was reversed, taking the count down to 1 ball and 1 strike. That gave Judge an extra pitch, essentially. Next pitch was a ball. Next pitch was a ball. He makes contact, makes the home run. So this is now where the ABS benefited Aaron Judge. Yes, I do know that Duke is winning. I'm keeping an eye on that game, but I'm not worrying about that right now. We'll worry about basketball a little bit later. So let me find the story. I'm going to bring up the story really quickly of Aaron Judge's home run. And I believe that was the game on the 27th? Let's see. Box score, recap. Yes. Okay. So this is written by the Associated Press through ESPN. This was on 2 days ago. Dateline San Francisco headline reads, Yankees Aaron Judge hits 2-run homer to end 0-7 start to season as New York tops Giants 3-0. Aaron Judge hit a 2-run homer in the 6th to end an 0-7 start to his year after the two-time reigning AL MVP had a strike call overturned by the automated system earlier in the same at-bat when he challenged, and the Yankees beat the Giants 3-0 on Friday. After going hitless on opening day for the first time in the Yankee shutout win 2 days earlier, Judge connected on a 405-foot drive to left with an exit velocity of 109.1 mile per hour pitch that broke up a scoreless game and marked his 4th career home run off Robbie Ray. The ball bounced off a staircase just inside the foul pole. It was the 7th pitch he saw from Ray and 5th after the slugger challenged a strike call, an 86.1 mile per hour slider from plate umpire Chad Fairchild, and had it overturned to a ball by the so-called robot umpire. And that's what it says on ESPN, the so-called robot umpire. Let's give it its official name, ABS, Automated Balls and Strikes. The Giants, who had just one hit, are the first team to be shut out with 5 or fewer combined hits over the first 2 games of the season. Judge was booed again by the sellout home crowd of 40,273 after he chose to stay with New York. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. As he chose to stay with New York as a free agent in December 2022 on a $360 million 9-year contract rather than return home to his native California and join San Francisco. That was it. I did hear that he is a California native, but can you really see Aaron Judge in a Giants uniform? I don't think so. Giancarlo Stanton homered 2 batters later to greet Giants reliever Jose Butto to back right-hander Cam Schlitter. Tony Vitello, Tennessee Volunteers, will have to try again Saturday. That was yesterday for his first managerial victory after losing his debut Wednesday when the Yankees opened the MLB schedule by blanking San Francisco 7-0, despite Judge's 0 for 5 day. So, let's see. So the Giants, well, they're 0-3. Yeah. And their next game is coming up tomorrow as they travel to San Diego for a series there. So Tony Vitello is still getting his cleats ready, I guess, there. And we're going to turn this camera just a little bit so you can see, even though my head's in the way there, so you can at least see the stat board 9,000 there as we're getting closer and closer. First pitch is scheduled for 7:20 p.m. and the game is on Peacock tonight. So that takes care of basketball. Not much is coming up. Let's see what's going on with the rest of the MLB today. These are today's games. Astros beat the Angels 9-7. That's okay. Their series is split. The Royals beat the Braves 4-1. Orioles beat the Twins 8-6. Rangers beat the Phillies 8-3. Blue Jays beat the Athletics 5-2. Reds beat the Red Sox 3-2. Marlins beat the Rockies 4-3. Pirates had to go into extra innings to beat the Mets 4-3. Brewers beat the White Sox 9-7. Rays beat the Cardinals 11-7. And the Nationals beat the Cubs 6-3. Diamondbacks were off today. They are getting ready for a series tomorrow, I believe. They are getting ready for a series with Detroit at home tomorrow night. They get the late game at 10 o'clock. Let's talk a little basketball. NBA. Here's what's up. All the teams that have been eliminated or that can be eliminated are eliminated, meaning out of the 15 teams in each conference, the top 10 teams, they are locked in and they are going to the playoffs. Now, even though the top 6 are guaranteed to be locked in, and out of the 20 teams that are available to play in the playoffs, 3 teams have clinched their playoff spot. The 20 teams left out of the 30 that are not eliminated, they're all going to play in the playoffs in some capacity. They've got the play-in tournament, which I know sounds confusing. It's the way the league is. I have not been a fan of that setup since it started. It just should, in my personal opinion, it should just be the top 8 teams get in and do your standard 1 through 8 all the way across. But the league knows what they're doing, so they're leaving it as is. So the 10 teams, as they stand right now, not counting anything else, the top teams in the East These are the 10 teams that are going to the playoffs. The Pistons, the Celtics, the Knicks, the Cavaliers, the Raptors, and the Hawks. Those are your current top 6 teams. 7 through 10, the 76ers, the Magic, the Heat, and the Hornets. They're going to play in that tip-in setup, which I'll talk about in a second. In the West, the Thunder, the Spurs, the Lakers, the Nuggets, the Timberwolves, and the Rockets. Those 6 teams are going to get guaranteed spots. The Suns, the Clippers, the Blazers, and the Warriors are your tip-in teams. So out of those 10, the top 6 automatically go in, and all they do is they just sit and wait. Now, let me bring up I want to make sure I get this right. I want to make sure I get the NBA playoff picture. Okay. So the teams that are 7, 8, 9, and 10 in the West right now: Phoenix, LA Clippers, Portland, Golden State. 7, 8, 9, 10. In that setup right now, if the playoffs were to start today, the Suns would play the Clippers, the Trailblazers would play the Warriors. The winner between the Trailblazers and the Warriors, the 9 and 10 team, the winner advances, the loser is out. So if the Trailblazers defeated the Warriors would be out. If the Warriors defeated the Trailblazers would be out. The winner of the 9 and 10 plays the loser against, in this case, the Suns and the Clippers. The Suns are 7, the Clippers are 8. The winner of that matchup, the winner of 7 versus 8, becomes the official 7 seed in the official bracketing. Right now, they would play the Spurs. The loser of 7 versus 8 plays the winner of 9 versus 10. So, if the Trailblazers beat the Warriors and the Clippers lose to the Suns, the matchup would be the Clippers versus the Trailblazers. Winner gets in, loser goes out. Winner becomes the 8th seed. They would play the Thunder, and so forth. I know it is complicated, but who knows what happens? Question coming. Can the Nuggets catch the Lakers for the 3 seed? Well, let's take a look here. Let's go back to my NBA. Where is my NBA tab? No, that's the NBA Finals. They're only a game behind. It's no biggie. They're neck and neck. Lakers are 48 and 26. Nuggets are 47 and 28. It's only a couple games. And with 7 games left to play, just getting to the playoffs. I mean, right now it's not the end of the world. I don't think. They're only a couple games back, so it really all depends. So that's how that's going to go. The tournament, the season is ending soon. The play-in tournament, it starts on April 14th, so that's in 2 weeks. The actual playoffs begin on April 18th. Now, also, one thing I have done is I have planned an entire year's worth, basically from now till the start of 2027, going all the way through the watch along schedule. Obviously, every Sunday from now on out should be the MLB, but there were a couple things that could take precedence, like the playoffs for basketball and hockey. That's coming up. Once the teams get into place and once the dates get into place, what I'm thinking, and of course I have to discuss this with the brothers and the family. I kind of want to give a little bit more to all the teams in the playoffs. So maybe just maybe once everything is squared away, and I've only got a couple weeks to probably plan for this, maybe I'll cover the play-in tournament, 9 versus 10, 7 versus 8. Then, as the remaining matchups go, if it gets to an elimination scenario, for example, if the Nuggets play the Timberwolves and the Timberwolves are up 3-0, and it looks like the Nuggets are going to be eliminated in Game 4, why not call Game 4? That way, the Nuggets, if they do get eliminated, they have a chance to get a call. And then, depending on what the other games do and the other series, it could be a whole thing. You know, the first 3 games of every series, what happens, happens. But when it comes to crunch time, when it could be a team's last game, and if they do lose and they do get eliminated, then maybe it'll give them a chance to be featured. That way it doesn't sound biased, but it's still in the works and I would still have about a week to do it or so. So we'll definitely see where that's coming from. Yes, I am aware of this, but it is also a pending litigation, and so I'm not really going to talk about it. It did happen, but it is a court case that I don't know all the details about. So there you go with that. It was breaking news about a week ago, but I really don't want to cover much about it. I mean, stuff happens like that. People get in car accidents all the day. So there's that at least. All right. We've got a couple minutes before the top of the hour. So this is going to give us a chance to take a quick break. Let me make sure I have the correct. Yes, good. Did that get put in there? Probably did. Either way, take a quick break, grab a bottle of water, and we'll be right back.
And now for a taste of things to come.
All the wrestling. All the wrestling. All the wrestling. And I didn't close my door. Doggone it. All right, the graphic is coming up. as we take a look at Seattle and the Space Needle. And there is T-Mobile Park, the Guardians against the Mariners, and this is taking place on Peacock. And there's Ahmed Fareed welcoming us to the ballpark on a Sunday night. "25 weeks. Wow. And next to him is Adam Ottavino, pitcher for the Colorado Rockies, who had a 15-year career. He was the first-round pick in the 2006 NBA and MLB draft, 15 MLB seasons with 5 different teams, and he represented Team USA in the WBC, the World Baseball Classic. He was with the Rockies and the Cardinals and the Yankees and the Mets. Check out that. Oh, wow. They have a trident for hitting a home run. Have my snacks. Gotta get my snacks. Went to the grocery store, bought a bunch of snacks. Jerky, cherry candies. Got my almonds. Have a big bag of pretzels. I should also move my phone charger over because I need some power. So we're going to do that real quick too. You got to charge up the phone. Because I did this on the last show. I was reading live tweets during the broadcast, and I was actually responding that I read your tweet during the broadcast. Well, if that gives me more viewers, why not? Keep going. As we take a look at Chase DeLauter, or maybe DeLautier, who is 5 of 14 with an average of 357, 4 home runs, and 5 RBIs in only 3 games. He's got the hot bat. As I'm just eating my candy. Now, what I did was I just read the tweet. I did not read your names. I do apologize for that. Well, let's see what the hashtag is. We have the hashtag Sunday Night Baseball. Let's see if that's the one. Yep. All right. Let's see what we got here. Let's look for a good one. Well, there's the official one, so we definitely have to retweet that. So we'll do that live. No, not that. And we'll retweet. We are live. Hashtag Sunday Night Baseball. Cool. Well, if anything else pops up, we will we'll see if there's any plays or anything like that. Now, where is my marker? Right here. That does need to be a little bit. We need to redo this because it's not even. I am a bit of a perfectionist. So that's even. So we need to bring up the. Let's bring up today's matchup. Duke leads 69-65 with about 3 minutes to go in their game. The FanDuel same game parlay. If there are no runs in the first inning, the Mariners lead after 5, and there are over 6.5 runs scored, it pays 6-1. Not a bad little parlay there. All right, Donovan, Raleigh. Next is Rodriguez. So we want to go right about there. Rodriguez, Naylor, right about there. Arozarena, right about there. Arozarena. Sixth, Rayleigh. 7, Canzone. Young, and Rivas. Okay, that looks a little bit better. Okay. The matchup predictor on ESPN says that the Mariners are going to win with a slight advantage of 50.6 to 49.4. And we're taking a look at Julio Rodriguez, who is one of 2 Mariners with 30 or more home runs and 30 or more stolen bases in a season, the other being A-Rod. And of course, this is also, I believe, this is the last game of the day. I think. Let me make sure. Yep, every other game has been squared away, so this will end opening day weekend. 77 of you watching, and the game hasn't even started yet. That is exciting. I love that. Thank you. I love that a lot. All right. So getting closer and closer. Let me confirm one final thing. Yep, 7:20 p.m. So there we go. Let's take a look at some of the parlays on FanDuel. I'm going to get the good old, oh boy, I need some power on this phone. Big time. At some point during the season, I am going to make a parlay. Or I'm going to bet a parlay, first of all. All right. So, if Cal Raleigh, Chase DeLauder, Julio Rodriguez, and Jose Ramirez, if Raleigh and DeLauder hit a home run, and Rodriguez and Ramirez get a hit, pays 36 to 1. They're almost 36 and a half. Excuse me. Almost 36 and a half to 1. If Slade Ciccone, I know I'm butchering these names. If he gets 4 strikeouts, if Emerson Hancock gets 3 or more strikeouts, if Brendan Donovan and Chase DeLauder each record 2 bases, that parlays 8.6 to 1. And the only other one is Rodriguez, DeLauder, Ramirez, and Donovan to each record 2 bases. That pays 19 to 1. Right now, the money line is the Guardians at plus 122 and the Mariners are at minus 144. What does that mean? That means if you want to win $100 betting on the Mariners, you have to put up at least 144. But if you put $100 on the Guardians, you win 122. So the Mariners are favored. The Guardians are the underdogs. The spread is only a 1.5, meaning you either give up a 1.5 run advantage or you take a 1.5 disadvantage. If you do that with the Guardians, you have to put up at least 170 to win 100. If you pick the Mariners, they would have to win by 2 for you to win at least 140. Of course, if you do have a gambling problem, there is 1-800-GAMBLER. They will help you. I did at one point. I had a gambling problem. I did not use 1-800-GAMBLER. I just stopped cold turkey. There are lots of rookie hitters. Chase DeLauder has 4 home runs. Kevin McGonnell is the 21st player with 4 hits in a debut. J.J. Weatherholt of the Cardinals is 4 of 11. So the rookies are coming out to play. Rookie of the year type stuff. And we are up to 80. And the game hasn't even started yet. I love that. Let's see. Can we scoot that over just a little bit more? Can we turn my camera? There we go. That way we show it at 0-0. The fans are still filing in to T-Mobile Park. And I've got a mess of paperwork down here that I need to clean up too, but I've got garbage that needs to be thrown away. What else do I have in my snack bag? I'll open the cashews. I always have to be like snacking during my watch alongs. One, I know I should have peanuts and Cracker Jack. Take me out to the ball game and stuff. I don't know when the last time I actually had a good thing of Cracker Jack. But I'm not really a peanuts guy. I'm more of a cashew and almond kind of guy. Are these even salted? Need more salt. Ooh, me saying it needs more salt. I'm not a salt guy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Chase Elliott wins second grandfather clock at Martinsville. So Tyler Reddick is not going to go 5 of 7, but that's okay. Mm-hmm. Casey's walk-off homer gives Marlins first 3-0 start since 2009. The Miami Marlins swept the Colorado Rockies 4-3 on Sunday with Casey's dramatic ninth inning blast marking their first 3-0. This is from Twitter. 3-0 opening since 2009 and just the third time in franchise history. Repost if your team is still undefeated. Yankees, Dodgers, Marlins, Brewers, Blue Jays. Okay. Here's a good tweet. I am very impressed with the NBC broadcast for Sunday Night Baseball. It's just like Sunday Night Football, but literally just baseball. Now all we need is a Collinsworth Mahomes mention, and then it's very accurate. I can agree. We'll give you a love on that one. I read your tweet live on my Watch Along podcast. Okay. And we're going to turn that down just a little bit. So we don't get dinged and all that. 82 people watching. Love it, love it, love it. Here, of course, is the lineups and is our scorecard. I do know how to keep score. You know, this is when you get your program, you take out your pencil, you write along. I do know how to do that. I like doing that. When I go to the game, Emerson Hancock writing something in the dirt. He had 22 starts last season. He has a record of 4-5 with an ERA of 4.9. And it looks like we're almost ready for the first pitch. Emerson Hancock is getting warmed up, throwing some pitches. Seattle wearing white. The official starting lineups: Stephen Kwan, center field; Chase DeLauder, right field; Jose Ramirez, designated hitter; Kyle Manzardo batting fourth at first base; Bo Naylor, catcher, fifth; Daniel Sheeman is sixth. Couldn't get the rest of the starting lineup up. I do apologize. Get their names as we go along. Seattle's jerseys almost look like they're cream colored instead of white, with the black 50 logo on the right sleeve. The Cleveland uniform gray with red and black writing. And I think I thought I saw a Nintendo logo on the Seattle uniform. And it looks like we're just about ready. We're getting ready for that first pitch. Yep, that is a Nintendo logo there on the left sleeve of the Mariners uniform. And let's play ball at T-Mobile Park. I did try to get the free MLB stuff. Stephen Kwan batting .272 last season. He is currently 4 for 14, no home runs and 1 RBI. And here comes the first pitch. And that is right in there for a strike. Top of the first. Next pitch. Up in the corner and fouled away. It's going to make the count 0-2. And the 0-2 outside, ball one. Way outside. Makes the count 2-2. Next pitch. Foul back. Still 2-2 the count. Cleveland has the Marathon gas station logo on their sleeve. There are plenty of Marathon gas stations here in Sevier County. 2-2 gets a piece of it, and it's going to go to the first baseman, and it's a ground out, 3-1. All right. So one away. And here is Chase DeLauter, or Delatier. I'll just call him Chase. And apologize for butchering his name later. First pitch. Foul back. Take a look at that shot from last night. Off the tip of the bat, right over and makes the cameraman out in left field to duck. The 0-1. Low and in the dirt. That's a ball. 5 for 14 so far. Four home runs and 5 RBIs for Chase. And here's the 1-1. Way outside. Almost got him in the toe. Makes the count 2-1. Two-one pitch coming. Fouls it up. Pops third baseman's going over, but he's going to run out of room, and that ball's out of play. Makes the count 2-2. 10 pitches so far for Hancock. Tell him to get loud on the first inning. No. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, and down goes Chase. Strikeout number 1 for Hancock. And that's going to bring up Ramirez. First pitch to Ramirez. On the line. but called a ball. Bad call. That ball was a strike. That ball was a strike. It was on the line. That ball's outside. So that's going to make the count 1-1. Jose Ramirez, the only player in the MLB with 150 home runs and 150 stolen bases since 2021. 2-0 the count. Yeah, that's fouled back. He got a piece of it. And it's going to go out of play. Making the count 2-1. One bad call so far. Looking at that first pitch there, I would have called that a strike. Hi guys, how you doing? Wave to the camera. 2-1 the count to Ramirez. 2 outs. That's going to go foul. That makes the count 2-2. T-Mobile Park in Seattle. The 2-2 outside. It's going to make the count full. What do you do after 16 pitches? The payoff. And a good rip, but it's going to go foul. It hooked right. So we're going to get another shot at it. He's really taking the pitch clock all the way down, and that's ball 4, and that's going to be a walk. And that's going to bring up Manzardo with a runner on first. Hancock now at 18 pitches already in the first inning. And Zardo squares up. He's ready to go. First pitch. Swing and a miss. That ball was outside, too. Should have let that one go. Kyle Manzardo, 234 last season. He's 2 for 13 so far this season. Gets a piece of that one, but it fouls back. He's in a hole, 0-2. Can Hancock get out of this jam? Get out of this inning? Did he go? Nope, he didn't go. Ball curved low, so it's a ball. 1-2 the count. Pitch number 22. He got him. Swing and a miss. And Manzardo goes down for strikeout number 2. And that's going to put the Mariners coming up to bat. As we go to the bottom of the first. All right, let's see if we can find a tweet to read. Take a look live on Twitter using the hashtag Sunday Night Baseball. Sunday Night Baseball being on Peacock is so weird. My entire life it has always been on ESPN. I can agree. But let's call it an evolvement. Let's call it an evolving door. I read and replied live during my watch along podcast. I did think that it was going to be on ESPN. I really, really did, but somehow Peacock got lucky, I guess, and they got a piece of the action. Get a free sub from Jersey Mike's with your first order of 15 or more on Uber Eats. That's pretty cool. We actually had Jersey Mike's for lunch today. All right, Slade Ciccone. 23 starts last season, 7-7 record, ERA 4.3, 109 strikeouts. As Donovan takes the ball. Brendan Donovan, 4 for 11 so far with a home run and an RBI. Next pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. Got him on that one. 1-1 the count. Long hair, beard. Wow. The 1-1. Got him up top there. For Seattle, 7 of 18 hits have been home runs so far. That's overall. The 1-2. Way outside curveball, and did it get him? Is that being hit by a pitch? Yeah, it got him on his foot. So that's going to put a runner on. And Cal Raleigh is up to bat. First pitch is way outside, but he threw it at 88 miles an hour. Ball one. Raleigh in 2025 had 60 home runs, the most by a catcher. Wow, there you go. That one's on the line. That's a strike. And the ump agrees. The 1-1 count coming. Way outside. Ball two. Most home runs in a single season. Of course, Aaron Judge at 62, Roger Maris at 61, Cal Raleigh and Babe Ruth at 60. The 2-1 outside. 3-1. He's got a pitch he can waste. Question is, how's he going to play it? 3-1. You can waste this pitch. And that ball's way outside, and that's back-to-back walks. Well, no, not back-to-back walks, but that's going to put Donovan on second and Raleigh. Now we've got runners on first and second, and here comes Rodriguez. Take a look at the official starting lineup. Brendan Donovan and Cal Raleigh have already played. Julio Rodriguez, Josh Naylor, Randy Arozarena, Luke Raley, Dominic Canzone, Cole Young, and Leo Rivas. Right now, the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez, is up to bat with runners on first and second. That ball was way outside, but Rodriguez swung on it, and he missed, so that's strike one. Batted .267 last season. He's only 1 for 11 so far this series with the Guardians. Next pitch. That's in there for a strike, and already he's in a hole, 0-2. Calls for time. Got to slow down here when you're when you're in an 0-2 scenario. I mean, swinging on a way outside pitch and then getting a lucky one there. He's got to slow it down big time with runners on first and second. You don't mess around with that. The next pitch, way up top. That's a ball. The 1-2. That's going to be a little nubber. Pitcher's going to go to third for the force out. So that's going to be fielder's choice. That's going to put Donovan out at third on the 1-5. And Raleigh is going to advance to second. So we still have runners on first and second. Ball was just barely trickled by the pitcher. He picked it up, got the force out at third. So one away. Next batter, did he go? Yeah, he went on that one. That's a strike. This is Naylor. Josh Naylor hasn't had a hit yet. Not in this series anyway. He batted .295 last season. Swing and a miss. That ball was low. He should have let that one go. Oh, and to the count. Runners on first and second, only one away. Got a piece of it, hit it foul. And who's going to get the ball? A young fan from the ball boy. So the D-backs got Josh Naylor. The Guardians got Ciccone. And I know I'm butchering names. The 0-2. Got a piece of that one. That's going to hook foul. Another souvenir down the right base, down the right side. Next pitch. Did he go? Yeah, he went on that one. That's a strikeout. He tried to pull it back, but third baseman said, yep, that's halfway. That's a swing. That's a miss. That's a strikeout. That's going to bring up Arizarena. First pitch, outside, ball one. Randy Arizarena, last season was .238. He's 2 for 9 so far this season. Next pitch, up in the corner, got him swinging on that one. Makes the count 1-1. Rodriguez on first, Raleigh on second. No score, still for first inning. Way outside. It's ball 2. Because in his career with 2 outs, Randy Arizarena is hitting .209 with 8 home runs. To 2-1. Got a piece of that one. Ball was in the corner, went foul. Makes count 2-2. 2-2. And T-Mobile Park is asking for a foul ball dance party. Whatever that is. The 2-2. Up and high, he gets a piece of it. Center fielder's going back to the track and right at the wall makes the catch. That will end the first inning on an F8, and we go to the top of the second. Best hit so far in the game as the center fielder bumps the wall but not crashing into the wall. Let's see what else we can read on the tweeter. The Mariners cream-colored Sunday alternatives, are an absolutely beautiful uniform. Agreed. It is a nice. It does look. It is looking like a nice color there. Live watch along podcast. I was always fascinated when players would their uniforms were pristine and polished and pressed, and then they would slide into home plate or slide into the bases. They get all dirty, and then the next day, maybe it's like a brand new uniform every day. I didn't know that they do get brand new uniforms every day. I don't know. Have we hit 100? 89. All right. If Naylor hits a home run on FanDuel, that's plus 650, DeLauder 700, and Ramirez 750. Sports betting is a thing. Top of the second, first pitch. That is a strike in the upper corner to Bo Naylor. 1 for 8 so far this series. Batted 195 last. Ball was up in the corner, so that's a strike. Next pitch. Right there you go. That makes it 0-2. Naylor in a bit of a hole here. Swing and a miss. 3 pitches. 3 pitches up, 3 pitches down. Back-to-back strikeouts, too, for Hancock. That's his third of the game. And that ball was high as well. Should have let that one go. Hancock loves that 4-seam fastball. He's thrown it 16 times so far. Next pitch. That ball was low, so that's ball 1. Daniel Schneemann. Got a 206 last season, only 1 for 6 so far. Next pitch, outside. Makes the ball 2-0. Did I call that first pitch a strike? I think I messed up on that one. The first pitch was a strike. Oh, well. 2-0 the count. Umpire cam. That's called a strike. Two and 1 the count. Umpire cam again. Got a piece of that one, and it's going to go foul. I think with the challenge, I mean, pitcher, catcher, batter, I think they literally have less than 2 seconds to make their challenge official. 2-2. Got a piece of it. It's going to hook foul. You can't just complain and yell about it for 10 whole seconds, argue with the ump, and then tap your cap and challenge. I don't think it works that way. I mean, you literally have less than a second to challenge. The 2-2. Got a piece of that one. It's going to go foul down the line. Two. Got a piece of that one. That's going to go foul as well. Seven pitches so far. 3 of them have gone foul. It's still a 2-2 count. Got him on that one. That's a swing, and that's strikeout number 4. 3 in a row. Going back to the first inning, he did get a small little piece of it, but it was considered a strike, so it is a strikeout. 4 strikeouts so far. Can he get 5? Ball's outside. It's Arraez, Gabriel Arraez. Batted .220 last season. He's 1 for 7 so far in this series. Got a piece of that one. It's going to go fair to the third baseman. He's going to throw and make the catch. Had to stretch for that one, but it is a ground out on a 5-3, and that's going to end the inning for the Guardians as we go to the bottom of the second. Let's see what else is being said. Anything? Nope, nothing. Okay, what I need to get, let's see if, okay, we got way too many windows open. So we don't need the basketball one anymore. So those can go, unless we decide that we'll always go back to ESPN and do that stuff later. Already talked about NASCAR, so we can get rid of that one as well. And we can get rid of that one as well. And yep, Dory Lou wins. 600 points. Because if that made it official, is it official? I have a feeling it is official that the Final Four is now set. No, a buzzer beater? A buzzer beater upsets Duke, and UConn is the final team in the Final Four. Well, not quite a buzzer beater, but it was pretty close. We're going to have to check that on that one. Ah! That was scary looking. So UConn, Arizona, Michigan, and Illinois are your 2026 Final Four. Wow, who would have thought that, again, Duke not making it into the Final Four? That's a surprise. All right. Next, first pitch to Rayleigh was a strike. So we can get rid of that as well. Next pitch, way outside. I think I want play-by-play more than I want. Does that give me his name? Yeah, there we go. That's what I want. Luke Rayleigh takes a strike on that one. That's going to make the count 1 and 2. That's what I want. Infield is slightly in. Here's the 1-2. Got him. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 2 for Slade Ciccone. And that's going to bring up Dominic Canzone. Looks like, it looks like it's raining in Seattle. First pitch is in there for a strike. The rain is coming down. And look at the little one. Fast asleep in Dad's arms. Next pitch, he gets a piece of that one, and it's going to go in between the third baseman and the left fielder, and the third baseman goes into left field and makes the catch. And that's an F5. So 2 away. And if T-Mobile Park has a roof, because they might want to, I'd close the roof. Cole Young is now pitching. He takes a strike for the first pitch. Of course, it rains a lot in Seattle. Next pitch is way out and way outside. Does T-Mobile Park have a retractable roof? Ball. Yeah. It does have a retractable roof, so I would close the roof. Look at all that rain. Gets a piece of that one, and that is a base hit to right as Young singles and gets the first hit for the Mariners. Nice little right into shallow right. And that's going to bring up Leo Rivas. I say close the roof. You don't want a rain delay. What else have I got? Oh, my granola bars. Totally forgot about those. First pitch is low. Let's have some jerky. Ooh, boy, smell that. Oh, my gosh. Last season, 244. He's 1 for 9. This thing. Good old Jack Link's jerky. Got a piece of that. Next pitch is outside, and that's 2-0 to Rivas. The problem with jerky is you just constantly chew on it. That's good. 2-0. That's a strike. That's a strike. Any way you slice it, that's a strike. Entering tonight, all challenges, 53% successful. Okay. We're going to engage on first base. That's 1. Got a piece of that one, but that's foul. It's going to make it 2-2. Two and 2 the count. To Rivas, runner on first. First hit of the game. Ball's outside. It's going to make the count full. 3-2. What do you do? In this situation, you swing. I say swing. That's what I say. Payoff pitch. It was high. Oh, come on. Challenge that. Oh, no. Rivas did not challenge it. The ball was high. The ref called a strike. That's a bad call. And Rivas did not challenge it. Bad call number 2. That is not a strikeout. That would have been a walk. Rivas just turned away and walked back to the dugout, and he forgot to tap his hat. That ball was too high. That's why you challenge, friends. Somebody's got to say that on Twitter. If not, I will. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. That pitch was high. Rivas should have challenged. That pitch would have high. Well, yeah. Bad call number 2. Absolutely, without a doubt. You've got the ABS. Use it. That's what I say anyway. So that was strikeout number 3 officially, unofficially, because I would put a little, why not? Let's put a little asterisk next to that strike. All right, we go to the top of the 3rd, and that's on the inside line, so that is a strike. CJ Kafis, the left fielder, is now batting. He's still hitless so far. Next pitch, swing and a miss. That's strike 2. Gets a piece of that one, fouls it back. And the guy in the hat with the green on his jacket, he flinched. I saw him flinch on that one. We're at 93 people already. Sweet. Can we get 100 before the halfway point of the game? Two. He should have let that one go. That's a swing and a miss on a high pitch, and that is strikeout number 1, 2, 3, 4. That's strikeout number 5 for Emerson Hancock. NBA Monday on Peacock. A couple games lined up as we're getting closer and closer to the playoffs. Playoffs start in about 2 weeks. Oh, look at that little guy. First pitch, gets a piece of it, fouls it back. Brian Rocio. Next pitch, that's way in the dirt. Call that a strike there, ump. One. That's a nice curveball. Makes the count 1 and 2. Can we get strikeout number 6? Outside. Makes the count 2 and 2. Two, outside. That's going to make it full. Kind of looked like the ump wanted to call that a strike, but I mean, come on. That is way outside. Payoff pitch. Got a piece of it, fouled it back. Payoff pitch number 2. Got a piece of that one as well. Emerson Hancock with 2 starts for the Guardians. 2-0. Pitch number 8 coming. Got a piece of that one, fouled it back. Emerson Hancock, the 6th pick in the 2020 draft. Gets a piece of that one. It's going to ground to first, and he's going to take it himself for the unassisted play. Well, we go back to the top of the lineup. Stephen Kwan grounded out his first at-bat. Oh, look at that little one. First pitch, fouls it back. You're protected by a net. You're safe. Oh, and 1 to Kwan, who grounded out his first. That's low. One and 1. He thought about that one, but that was a ball. Kind of looked like the ump almost started to go strike on that one, but luckily he didn't. Maybe he's secretly watching. 2 and 1. Got a piece of that one. It's towering up. The catcher takes off his mask, and Donovan comes all the way up from third base, almost right to home for the pop out, and makes the play. That's going to end the inning, and we're still in a scoreless game. So we go to the bottom of the third. Still no score. Not quite a duel yet. It's close. I mean, between the two pitchers, 5 strikeouts versus 3 strikeouts, 2.5 if you count that last one there, but still not quite a pitcher's duel yet. Maybe if we get to the 6th inning, I would call that a pitcher's duel, but right now, no, I would not. Oh. Great, a couple of hearts back. Sweet, love it. Oh, let's see if I can get the. Let's see if I can get the scores for the NBA right now. Let's see what's going on. So far today in basketball pros, the Clippers beat the Bucks 127 to 113, and the Pacers beat the Heat 135 to 118, putting up 45 points in the second quarter. There are some games going on right now. The Nets are winning 102 to 83 with about 7 minutes to go in the fourth. The Celtics have a 18-point lead. They just scored with about 3 minutes to go in the fourth as well. Raptors are crushing the Magic by 50. Fourth quarter just started there, and we got a high ball, and is it gonna stay fair? No, it's gonna go foul. A nice towering shot to right, but it hooked. 128 to 74. Raptors over the Magic right now with 8 minutes to play, and they are in the lead by 54 points. That is a huge game right there. Trailblazers are beating the Wizards 107 to 68. Next pitch down the middle for a strike. Rockets and Pelicans, they are at halftime. Rockets are leading 68 to 47, and the Thunder are leading the Knicks by 4 points. The first quarter is just about getting ready to end, and that ball is going to hit Donovan. And is that being hit by a pitch? Yes, it is. Donovan has now been hit twice, both at bats. Oh, well, wait, now the ball looked like it bounced off the ground, but they're going to give him a being hit again. Well, that's going to bring up Rowley, who walked at his first at bat. Thunder and Knicks up by 4 right now. Rowley's going to foul one back. Oh, he wasn't count to Rowley. Excuse me. As well as inside. Or outside, actually. He had to curve in on that one. First at bat was a walk. 1-1 to count. Bottom of the third. No score. Runner on first. That is on the line. That is a strike. That truly is a strike. No need to challenge that one. No bad call there. That was above the line. That's a strike. One, two. Got a piece of it at the bottom. Is going to foul back. We are flashing back to 1981. How about that? The 1-2. Way high, way outside, ball 2. We're going to engage on first base. He's safe. You can do that twice. If you throw a third time and you don't get him, he advances. I don't know if we're going to see that this season or not. The 2-2. Got a piece of it. It's going to ground to the first baseman, who's going to throw to the pitcher and get the force out at first. So it is a ground out. Donovan's going to go to second on a 1-3. And that's going to bring up Rodriguez, who hit into the fielder's choice on his last at bat. Julio Rodriguez coming up. Ink on my hands. One runner out. Runner in scoring position. First, he got a piece of that one. It's going to go into left center. Center fielder makes the catch. First pitch, gets a hit of it, but it only goes so far. And that's going to bring up Josh Naylor. Steven Kwan has 4 gold gloves in each of his first 4 seasons. Third longest streak to start his career. 4 gold gloves. How about that? And here's Josh Naylor. He's going to take a swing, and that's going to go all the way to the track. And Kwan makes the catch. And that's going to do it for the first 3 innings of this game. We have no score going into the 4th. I'll let you guys know what's going on with the rest of the Simply Reliable Studios.
And now for a taste of things to come.
All the wrestling. So, no score. Seattle, the only team with a hit, as Moose is picking his nose over Dan Wilson's right shoulder. First pitch to the next batter is a ball. And Moose. Next pitch is low. That's ball 2. Oh, rats. Well, I'll explain why I said oh, rats in just a second. Swing and a miss on the 2-0 pitch, and that's going to make it 2-1. So, excuse me. As many of you know, I've been talking about my ride sharing. That is my primary job in Sevier County. And I just got the notice that's going to be popped up, and here comes the third baseman. Is he going to make the catch? Yes, he is. Third baseman makes the catch with the pop out, running over right in front of the dugout. That was the louder. Well, that's going to be an F5. I just got the notice that Instacart is going to do guaranteed payouts tomorrow. So now I'm torn. Do I do deliveries or do I get guaranteed money, or do I do some rides for Uber and make a little more money? So anyway, Jose Ramirez is up. He takes the first pitch, and that's a strike. And the next pitch is low for a ball. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Strike two. I'll figure it out. I always do. That's going to curve, and it would have been a strike, but he hit it foul. Count still 1-2. Outside. 2-2 the count. That is a strikeout. He got him swinging on that one. Strikeout number 6 for Hancock. That's going to bring up Kyle Manzardo. 6 strikeouts. Impressive in only 4 innings. Hope we didn't change that. We need to change it at the top of the 4th. That is outside. That's in there for a strike. It's a piece of that one. Popped up. Left field or third baseman's going to run out of room on that one. Donovan wanted to play that one, but not going to happen. Cal Raleigh last season, most innings caught, 1,072. Impressive. 1-2 outside. Nope, he didn't go. That's a ball. Make the count full. Oh, he pulled that back at the last possible second. Got a piece of that one, fouled it back. Got a piece of that one, fouled it back. Payoff pitch. I wonder where the camera is on the umpire's head. Don't really get a chance to see it. Payoff pitch number 2 for Manzardo. On the corner. A challenge would not have helped on that one. That is a strikeout. It was right on the line. And that is strikeout number 7. As we go to the bottom of the 4th. Challenge wouldn't have done any good on that one, really. Boy, if we're salted. It tastes very salted. Not much. So yeah, $72 guaranteed on Instacart. And I have a quest of 170 if I do 50 rides in 4 days. And I keep my acceptance rate above 55%. You can't go wrong with a guarantee of $72, though. Can't go wrong with that. We got some fish. And first pitch, and it's going to be a ground out. As Arizarena grounds out to third. Oh, that's a 5-3. One down, one pitch, one out. The salmon run. What are the strange, silly things they do in Seattle? First pitch to Luke Raley is a strike. He struck out his first at bat. Batted .202 last season. That one's on the line as well. I guess they put people in salmon costumes and make them run around the ballpark there. 0-2. That ball's in the dirt. That's ball one. Luke Raley is one of two players that hit a home run in each of the first 3 team games to start the season in Mariner history. The 1 and 2. Way high upside. Makes the count 2 and 2. Can't tell if they've closed the roof or if it's still raining in Seattle. Seattle does get a lot of rain. And that's going to go foul. Yes, it's true. First series to start regular season with opposing players that hit home runs in MLB history. DeLauder and Raley. There you go. 2 and 2 the count. Got him. Swing and a miss, and Raley goes down again. That is strikeout number 4 for Ciccone. Dominic Canzone coming up next with 2 down. He loves that 4-seam fastball. Swing. That ball was low. Dominic Canzone, younger pitch, younger in his days. He was an Indians fan. That ball is low. The 1-1. Got a piece of that one. It's going to go in. The left fielder's going to make a run for it. Slides, and the ball comes out, so it's not a catch. And that is going to be a double. As Canzone gets lucky with a double. He tried to slide. The ball didn't even come close to his glove. So the second hit for the Mariners is a double. Left fielder went for it, slid, nothing. It's going to bring up Cole Young, first pitch. He's going to foul that one back. Going to take another look as Kafis loses his hat. Oh, it hit the ground. Didn't even go near his glove. 1-2 the count. As that ball is wild and loose, and that's going to advance Canzone to third. Catcher lost the ball on that one, literally. Ball bounced low, bounced up high, wild pitch, and now the Guardians have a chance to go up ahead with a base hit here. 2-2 the count. And that ball is high, and that's going to make the count full. Cole Young, before the double, was the only one to get a hit so far. And now we're getting... And that ball is outside. The count was wrong. So now the count is officially 3-1. The graphic was all messed up on that one. So he can waste this pitch. 3-1 the count. They're the only Mariner that has a hit, and that one is way outside. So Young is going to walk, and now we've got runners on the corners with Rivas coming up to bat. Who struck out, but he should have challenged on that last at bat. Well, runners on the corners. A base hit will give the Mariners the lead. And that ball is outside for ball one. Looks like we're getting some warming up in the bullpen. No pitching, just a bunch of stretching. That ball is that's a bad call. Come on, Rivas. Don't argue, challenge. It's called a strike, but he should have challenged that one, and he didn't. That's twice he's done that. 3 bad calls for the ref. 1-1. Gets a piece of that one. That's a base hit, and that's going to give the Mariners the lead with an RBI single. Calzone scores. Young goes to second. Rivas with an RBI, and the Mariners are up 1-0. And that's going to bring up Brendan Donovan, who's been hit twice. So a little bit of revenge there for Rivas, who I still believe he should have challenged at both at bats, but he didn't. And Young is going to go to third, actually, first to third. So we still have runners on the corners. Let's not hit Donovan again. Getting hit twice in one game is something. Getting hit 3 times, the pitcher's got a problem. Still a lot of stretching going on in the bullpen, but nothing in the form of pitches just yet. First pitch to Donovan. That's in there for a strike. He had 50 RBIs last season. Runners on the corners. Next pitch. That's low and outside. Ball 1. Does look like the roof is retracted, so the rain not a thing in Seattle. 1-1. Got a piece of that one. It's going to right and off the wall and out of the park. And that is a 3-run shot for Donovan. 340 feet, 99.8 exit velocity. And now the Mariners have a 4-0 lead. How about that? The Trident comes out for Donovan. The Golden Trident. When you get a home run, the Mariners give you a Golden Trident and a bunch of high fives. First pitch to Raleigh is fouled back. Let's take a look at that swing. Nice swing to right field. And the ball's carrying well, and it just bounces over that line. And that is a home run. And Raleigh swings on that one. The Mariners last season had 238 home runs. The Angels had 226. The Dodgers had 244. Swing and a miss on that one. Raleigh's going to go down, and that ends the inning, but not before a 3-run shot puts the Mariners up 4-0. We go to the top of the 5th. How about that? That Patron commercial is scary. Let's try these chocolate chip granola bars that I got. And that's our first watch along there. Our first home run during a watch along. Not bad. What is that, nachos? First pitch to Naylor is a ball. Looks like hush puppies there. Next pitch, that's a ball. Makes the count 2-0. Oh, so if you get like French fries or nachos, the bowl is in the shape of the stadium. So if you get like wings and fries or nachos out there, that's a ball. That's 3-0 to Naylor. So now he can just sit back and relax, I think. Looks pretty tasty for nachos. I mean, and it's got little cup holders on the side there. And that's on the line, so that's a strike. Bo Naylor struck out on his first at-bat. He can waste this pitch if he wants. Got a piece of it, swung, and it's going to foul back, so that's going to make the count full. And it looks like it is raining good, but the roof is up, so there is T-Mobile Park. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss, and Naylor goes down again, and that is strikeout number 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 strikeouts for Hancock. A career high for Emerson Hancock. 8 strikeouts. Well done. If you got that on your bingo card, mark that off. Daniel Schneemann is next up. He fouls it back as that Peacock, he's enjoying his nachos there. That ball's outside. That's a ball. Well, you know, even journalists and they have to eat during a game too. You know, I mean, it's okay to have a little snack once in a while, but 1-1 to count, and that ball's going to go and it's going to bounce off the first base, literally, as the first baseman makes the play himself. And Schneemann goes down on the unassisted play, and that's 2 down. Arias is up next. Lucky bounce. The ball literally bounced off first base right into the glove. So it is a fair ball. Hitting the base constitutes being a fair ball. Wasn't an out, though, because at least it hit the bag. That's going to bring up Gabriel Arias. He grounded out his first at bat. 4-0 the score, 5th inning. First pitch is fouled back. Right now, top honors is at least going to go to Donovan there, getting hit by a pitch twice and then coming up. Almost went to Rivas because of that strikeout, which turned into a RBI single. That's going to be fouled back for a foul ball. He's got 2 foul balls, so 2 strikes. .81 pitches for Hancock. That ball is down low, so that's going to make it 1-2. 82 pitches, so his pitch count's getting up there. I don't know. I mean, he's got a 4-0 lead right now, but might want to start thinking about the bullpen on that one. And he gets strikeout number 9 as Arias goes down. Swing and a miss as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Nine strikeouts for a Sunday night baseball opener. You get 9 strikeouts. How about that? 5 innings for the Mariners. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, the walk, Ramirez. Know where I was going with that one. They better not jinx it. That's all I'm going to say. The perfect game is gone because of the walk to Ramirez's walk. The next step is still in play. That's all I'm going to say. And we are at 98. 98 of you. 2 more. And we get to 100. Rodriguez at plus 700. Naylor at plus 800. Arizarena at plus 950 to hit a home run on FanDuel. Rodriguez takes a strike. Next pitch, way outside. Sacconi's pitch count's at 76, so both batters probably getting tired. Next pitch, 1-1, way high. Two and 1 the count. Next pitch was a ball. The defending AL West champion Seattle Mariners. That's in there for a strike. 2-2 the count. Rodriguez over 2. Up there. That's going to make the count full. Hitting the fielder's choice and flew out to the center fielder. Payoff pitch number 1. It's full. What do you do? Way up there, and that's a walk. Well, that's going to bring up Naylor. Josh Naylor comes up. Got a piece of that one. Goes right to the second baseman for a line out. Went right to his glove. Or not to the shortstop, excuse me. Oh, that's an F6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Went right to his glove. He's smiling on that one. One away for next pitch to Arizarena. In there for a strike. Randy Arizarena, 0-2, fly out and ground out. Runner on base for the Mariners. Just touched the line, but called a ball. Yeah, I'm giving that a bad call. That one would have been close. I would call that one a strike. I'm calling that a bad call. It looked like it just nicked the line on that one, and the next pitch is fouled away, so that's going to make the count 1-2. That one was very, very well, now that I think about it now. It was very, very close. That's a ball. Make it 2-2. The Guardians have the longest World Series title drought, 77 seasons. Why are we even talking about this? The season's only 4 days old. 2-2 the count. That ball is up high, or Zarina flinched on that one, so that's going to make the count full. You don't start talking about the World Series in March, April, okay? Get your tickets now for 6 months in advance. Come on. Payoff pitch coming. Got a piece of it, and it's going to go into left center, and it's going to drop as the left fielder and the center fielder almost collided into each other. And that is going to be an RBI double for Arizarena. And that's going to make the lead 5-0 as Rodriguez comes all the way around. Diving catch attempt by the left fielder failed big time. And the Mariners get a bit of an insurance run. RBI double. This could be it. We could have. It looks like the pitching coach is coming out, or someone's coming out. Looks like he's good to go, but I would definitely start warming up the bullpen right about now. Yep. Paulette is in the bullpen warming up. Luke Raley 0 for 2 so far with he struck out twice. One down. Mariners up 5-0. That's in there for a strike. That's going to go foul back. Oh, and 2 to Raley. That's a low outside. Oh, one of them's eating a banana. Eating a banana during a ball game? Who would have thought? 1-2 the count. That's up there and high. Makes count 2-2. That's outside for ball 3. Full count coming. Eating a banana in the bullpen out there in the... How about that? Seeds, bubblegum, that kind of thing, but a banana? Full count pitch. Got a piece of it, and it's going to go past the second baseman in the center field. And is that going to be an RBI? It surely is. Raley gets an RBI single. Arizarena scores, and that makes it 6-0 Mariners. That's pretty much going to do it for Ciccone. That's going to do it. If he gets the that make the call. We got a pitch and change. He's done. Hand over the ball. So we got a pitching change coming up. All right, let's get the numbers on. Four and a third innings pitched, 6 hits, 6 runs, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts, 93 pitches, ERA 12.46. As Peyton Pallett comes in on the pitching change. Peyton Pallett played his last season in the minors. Now you got to call up. He had an ERA of 4.06. He played in 52 games with a record 2-3, 86 strikeouts. And here's Canzone. First pitch, outside, ball 1. Dominic Canzone, we got that good old RBI double, which helped give the Mariners the lead. That one's on the line. That's a strike. That's in there. Is that a ball? Yep, ball 2. Ooh, catcher got hit in the mask. The pitch was a foul ball. Let's see what happened here. Ooh, ball went off the bat into the mask. Ooh. Good thing that thing has a grate in front of it. He's okay. Two and two the count. That's going to get away. And that's going to be getting hit. Canzone gets hit. The third Mariner to get hit tonight. It's going to put Rayleigh on second. 2 batters have been hit in one game. Are we in Houston or are we in Seattle? What's going on here? First pitch. Going to go into the infield and catch. So Cole Young is going to pop out to second base, I believe. Nope, shortstop. And that's going to bring up Rivas. Two away. First pitch to Rivas. Did he get touched? Are we going to have another hit? No. It's a ball. Rivas, of course, with the RBI single in his last at bat. Foul that one back. One and one. Did he go? Yeah, he went. That's a strike. Oh, yeah. That was a strike all the way. 1-2 the count. Got a piece of that one. Fouled it off. Got him. Got him looking. And Rivas goes down for the third out as the Mariners put up two more to end the fifth inning. We go to the top of the sixth. Mariners lead 6-0. Okay, this Patron skeleton commercial is freaking me out. There are 99 souls watching, and there's only room for one more. Ah. So as long as Ramirez, there's a person with a parlay, just needs Ramirez to get a hit. They've already got the Mariners ahead by 2.5. They got Donovan to get a hit. They got Ciccone to get 4 strikeouts. They just need a hit. Good luck. Rooting for you. Watch Along podcast. Now let's see. Kefis Roshio Kwan might have a chance in the 7th inning. Hancock is staying in. His first pitch to Kefis is outside. Pitch 86, swing and a miss. Guardians may want to pull. No, they already did. 1-2 the count. He's going to foul that one back. Can Hancock get strikeout number 10? He's got a 1-2 count on Kafis. That ball was high. It's going to make it 2-2. Two and two. It's going to be foul. First strikeout number 10. That's going to be hooked. Up into the upper decks, too. Move it a little bit to the left. Home run. That's outside. That's going to make the pitch count or the count full. Hancock looking for strikeout number 10. Definitely so far the best pitching performance, even though we've only done 2 watch-alongs. Oh, that's going to be a walk. All right, second walk of the game for Hancock. So that's going to bring up Rocio. "92 pitches. There's number 93. It's on the corner. That's strike one. That is outside. Ball one. Getting up there in pitches. We do have Jose Ferrer in the bullpen warming up, so as much as I would love to see him continue, and we're going to go one and done. A double play. A 3-4-3 double play. So just like that, 2 are down. And here's Stephen Kwan, who's 0 for 2. That's outside. Ball one. That was number 96. Can we get strikeout number 10 before we get to 100 pitches? Well, no. Well, the next 3 would have to be strikes. Got a piece of that one, and it's going to be a ground out to the first baseman. And that might just do it for Hancock at the end of the 6th inning. Well, the top of the 6th inning anyway. We'll see what the Mariners do. And I'm going to go downstairs to get my hoodie. sign up for a map. I gotta sign up for a quest. Uber. So I'm probably gonna go take a bed and get a new phone. Alrighty. Had to put on the hoodie. It's cold. First pitch is to Donovan, and it's a ball. Next pitch is foul back. Donovan, of course, getting hit by a pitch twice, and on his third at bat, hits a 3-run homer. So right now, he's got the best, and that's going to get fouled back, making the count 1-2. Home of the 12s, where the Seahawks play. T-Mobile Park, next to Lumsden Park. Literally right across the street from each other. 1-2 to Donovan. That ball's in the dirt, and that makes count 2-2. Two and two in the dirt. That's going to make the count full. Full count. Donovan gets a piece of it. It's going to hook. Oh, and it just nearly gets right close to the foul pole line. The foul pole, anyway. Oh, if that would have stayed in fair. What a shot that would have been. Gets a piece of that one. That's going to go into right field for a base hit. Donovan gets his second hit of the night. And it's a single. Well, how about that? Let's scoot all those over so I have some room to work with. Donovan gets his second hit, and he's on first base. That's in there for a strike. Cal Raleigh is up. Walked in the first inning. Ground out and a strikeout. And that ball's going to get away. And Donovan's going to get the second on a wild pitch. One the count. That ball's outside. 2-1. Gets a piece of that one. It's going to go in along the left field line. Here comes the left field, and it's going to bounce and go into the stands. So I think that's going to be a ground rule double. The left fielder tracked the ball. Let's take a look at this again. Kafis comes over from center. The ball bounces right there and then goes out of play. So that is a ground rule double. And Donovan is going to score to make the game 7-0. Well, how about that? A 3-run homer and a ground rule RBI double. And here is Julio Rodriguez, who swings, making the count 0-2. The 0-2 to Rodriguez. And that ball's low. One and two, got a piece of it just on the very, very tip of the bat. One and two is the count to Rodriguez. Runner on second. Mariners leading 7-0. 1-2. Got a piece of that one. And it's going to go right to the left fielder for the first out. Josh Naylor coming up. 0 for 3. First pitch, way outside. That's a ball. And the roof is officially closed in Seattle, stay in T-Mobile Park. But it is still cold. Gets a piece of that one. Going to go right to shallow center. Shortstop's going to take that one. And that's 2 away. And that's going to bring up Randy Arozarena, who, of course, had that RBI double his last at bat, which gave the Mariners that 4-run lead, but now they have a 7-run lead. That's a strike. That ball is low and got away. Rally's going to stay put on second base. That ball is high. Two and one to count. Just tick the corner. Ooh. I saw it's too close to call, but the ump called it a ball. I would have called it a strike. Not really a bad call, but too close to call. 3-1. That ball is way up top. That's going to be a walk. Now we've got runners on first and second. And Raleigh is coming up. Or Rayleigh. Luke Rayleigh. Raleigh's 1 for 3. And whew, that ball almost hit the umpire in the leg. That's ball 1. Raleigh, of course, had that RBI single in the 5th. Way outside. What was he thinking on that one? Swing and a miss. He had a pitch to use on that one. Next Sunday's game is going to be the Cardinals and the Tigers. St. Louis versus Detroit. 2-1. Got a piece of that one. It's going to go into left center. Left fielder's coming in. Makes the catch, and the inning ends. So as we hit the bottom of the 6th, going into the top of the 7th, take a look and see what's coming up.
And now for a taste of things to come.
If you have not kept up with all the interviews that have been taking place as the Simply Reliable Studios and Casa de 18 Studios family is getting closer and closer to Podermania, keep an eye out. It's coming all over the Twitter on the Simply Reliable Studios Twitter page and all that. Renegade is doing an excellent job. Renegade and Mr. Reliable and all the crew, they are having an excellent time. Tons of interviews that are being done. I am guilty. I am not keeping up with it because I'm just behind the wheel of the car all the time. But I gotta keep an eye out more on that stuff. I'm guilty of that. I do apologize. But they are doing a wonderful job, and so keep an eye out as what's coming up. As we've got a pitching change for the Guardians. Cooper Criswell, who had 7 games last season, he is now pitching for the Mariners. First pitch was a ball. Second pitch was fouled back. Emerson Hancock went 6 innings and got 9 strikeouts, a career high. Well done. So let's see if the Mariners can. Well. How about that? Chase DeLauder gets a hit, and that is the first hit of the game for the Guardians. Just when you think something was going to happen, that happens. The home run king of the Guardians gets a hit. Maybe that'll start something. We'll see. Up next is Ramirez. Now, if Ramirez, I believe he needs to get a hit here for that parlay to hit. So let's see. This could be it for the parlay. Swing and a miss, and he's down 0-2. I'm rooting for you on that parlay. It was 0 for 1 where he had the walk in the first inning. Jose Ramirez trying to help someone win a parlay on Twitter. The 0-2 count. Swing and a miss. And Ramirez goes down. There's strikeout number 10 overall for the Mariners. Well, the Mariners need to get some other hitters. He's shaking that one off. And here comes Kyle Manzardo. First pitch hit, second baseman, unassisted, double play. Just like that. And just like that, the top of the inning now becomes the 7th inning stretch and the bottom of the 7th. Just goes to show you how things can change in baseball that fast. Not much else happening there. Let's see. What's going on? We have any? Oh, hockey. Didn't talk about hockey tonight. Oh. As we're getting ready to come back from the 7th inning stretch, the Devils are holding on to a 1-goal game over the Blackhawks with 3 minutes to go in the third. Stars and Flyers are tied at 1 with 4 minutes to go. The Lightning beat the Predators 3-2 today. The Canadiens beat the Hurricanes 3-1. And the Bruins beat the Blue Jackets in a shootout 4-3. So not much going on in the hockey. So upcoming, the Cardinals will play the Tigers next week. Then the following week, it's another game with the Guardians as they take on the Braves. Then the next week after that, the Braves will play the Phillies. Then in 3 weeks, on April 26th, I get to call an Angels game Yay, I get to call an Angels game. And let me say again, I get to call an Angels game. As the Seattle Moose is having a good time out there at T-Mobile Park. Moose. As Colin Holderman is now coming in to pitch for the Indians. Oh boy, did I catch? Yeah, no, I didn't catch myself on that one, folks. I slipped on that one big time. I will admit that wholeheartedly. I said the Indians. As he's going to pitch to Dominic Canzone, who flew out, doubled, and got hit by a pitch. 7, 8, 9, 3 innings left to play, and this game will be in the books, and that first pitch is way outside. And swing and a miss got him on that one. Like an angel. 1-1 the count. Outside, close to the corner, but the ump makes the right call, and it's a ball. That's low and outside. That's a ball. It's going to make the count 3-1. That's in there for a strike. Full count. What are you going to do with it? He's going to get a piece of that. That ball's going to go into center field. And the center fielder makes the catch, 1 away. That's going to bring Cole Young up to bat. Did he go? Yep, he went. That's in there for a strike. And Young is down in a hole 0-2. And they put a graphic up there on Canzone, so I don't know why they did that one. 0-2, and didn't see where the ball was because of the wrong camera shot. So that's going to give him a ball, making the count 1-2. Bit of a botch there, as Young is the one pitching, but they put a graphic on Canzone. And that's going to go right to the – what a rocket that was, and that's going to be a ground out for Young. It's going to be 2 away, and Rivas is coming up to bat. And that's in there for a strike. Way outside for a ball. Rivas is 1 for 3. Had the RBI single in the 4th. Oh, got him swinging on that one. Makes the count 1-2. Martinez, of course, is now out in center field. Umpire cam. Rivas going to hit that ball. It's going to go to the third baseman. Third baseman's going to throw to the first baseman. That's a ground out, and that takes care of inning number 7. We go to the 8th. All righty. Top of the 8th. We gotta do that. Ooh, dang. Gotta get those paperworks in. So Paulette's numbers were 1 2/3 inning pitch. He gave up 2 hits, 1 run, which is earned, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. 38 pitches, ERA 2.45. Still at 99. Let's see what's going on. What's going on? Nothing. What's going on? 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 Next week. Right. Yeah. Okay. So next week's game, of course, is the Cardinals and the Tigers, which we already said. The week after that, April 12th, about an hour and a half away from Sevier County near the Virginia state line, it's the Food City 500 in Bristol. It's Bristol, baby. So more than likely, depending on the times, it could maybe even be a doubleheader that day, depending on what happened, depending on the times there and all that. I'll have to take a look at it, but we could do the Food City 500 and then go right into the Guardians and the Braves, really. Or I could just do the Food City 500 and not do Sunday Night Baseball. Who knows? Naylor takes a strike and then fouls one back to make the count 0-2 as we are in the top of the 8th. I never know what I'm going to do. I have a plan and then I just throw it out the window. That ball is high, making the count 1-2. Let's see, what time is the race? As that ball is outside, so that's going to be making the count 2-2. That ball is fouled away. Yeah, the Food City 500 is at 3 o'clock. I don't know if 4 hours is enough time. That ball's going to be fouled away. I don't know if it's going to. If we might do baseball in progress that week. Who knows? And that ball is outside. He didn't go, so that makes him make the count full. Wow, even the umpire spit. And that ball's going to be fouled back. Last season, the Mariners finished 90-72, and the Guardians finished 88-74. And that's going to go foul. So Bristol in 2 weeks. That ball is high. Did he go? He said he went, and he's not challenging that. Yeah, well, there's no need for a challenge. He swung. Sheenman up. He's going to take a strike. And he's going to foul that one off. Foul tip. Gets a tip off the bat, and it's going to fall into shallow left for a base hit. Only the second hit for the Guardians. And Arias takes strike one. Swing and a miss on that one. Didn't get the strike zone on that one, but it is called a ball. That one's foul. "42 degrees in Seattle, feels like 33 with the roof closed." It's cold in Seattle. 2-2 the count now as the ball goes out. Outside the strike zone anyway. Fouls that one back. That's outside. That's going to make the count full. That's going to go foul. Who wants a ball?
Who's an autograph fly?
Nobody.
No thanks.
Okay. You've officially beaten me in March Madness. That ball touches the corner, and that is going to be a strike. And Arias can't believe it. But he challenges it, and it's still a strike. So the Guardians are going to lose a challenge on that one. Yes, that girl.
I am the champion. Okay, that's it.
Not yet, you're not.
When it comes to you, I am.
And that's the moment when my heart breaks.
I shall return.
Said every war veteran general in history. I let her win. She heard that. Oh my God. So I ain't going to miss on that one. She got more points than I did in March Madness. It's okay. That ball is low. I wonder why he challenged that pitch. I don't know. Just so he could do it, I guess. I don't know. 1-2 the count to Kafis. CJ Kafis. That ball just ticks the line, and the catcher's gonna challenge that one. And it is a strike. It did touch the line. So that is going to turn it into a strikeout. As this is now the first time that has happened. It was called ball. And CJ Kafis now is the first player to be called out on a challenge. The pitch was called ball. The catcher challenged it, and it was overturned and a strike. And Kafis couldn't believe it. So now the ABS has helped a player, Aaron Judge, and hurt a player, CJ Kafis. I am definitely going to... How is there not a tweet on that? Well, I'm going to make one right now. So far, ABS has helped... Oh, what's Aaron Judge's Twitter handle? At the Judge 44 has helped the Judge 44, and it hurt Does CJ Kafis have Twitter? CJ Kafis Twitter. That ball is outside for ball one. We're going to make a hashtag CJ Kafis with a strikeout. Post it. Oh, crash. All right, 1-2 the count to Donovan, who is by far getting top honors tonight so far after getting hit by a pitch twice and getting a 3-run home run. He's run twice. He's 2 for, well, technically, could you call that 4 for 4? And that is a strikeout for Donovan. And here comes Cal Raleigh, 1 for 3. That's in there for a strike. Let's see if I can I go to the box score? Does that count as 4 for 4? Nope, 2 of 3. So getting hit by a pitch does not count as a hit, or an at-bat, actually, is what I'm looking for. 0-2 to Cal Raleigh. And that ball is low, making the count 1-2. That ball is low. That's going to make the count 2-2. Timeout. Two and two. Gets a piece of it. It's a foul. Foul ball. Nobody loves the ump. Yep, time for bed. Gonna start early tomorrow. 2-2. Got a piece of that one. Fouls it off. Two and two the count to Raleigh. North Carolina. 2-2. Here we go. Got him swinging. It's going to be a grounder. Short second to first. And that's going to bring up Rodriguez. 0 for 3. He did walk in the fifth to him score a run, but no hits. That is low and outside. Next pitch. It's going to go to this. Oh, it's bobbled. It is bobbled. Rodriguez is going to get on base. That could be an error. Yep. Ruscio fielded wrong. That's going to be an error. That's going to put Rodriguez on first base. And I'm going to bring up Josh Naylor, who's 0 for 4. Of course, the Mariners really don't need a run here, but that's going to be low and outside. Want to know the count? Outside, ball 2. Outside, ball 3. So he can waste a pitch here if he wants. 3-0. Outside ball 4. Naylor gets on base. Rodriguez goes to second. And that's going to bring up Arizarena with runners on first and second. Arizarena swings the first pitch and it gets past the shortstop. And that's it's be a play at the plate, but not in time. It's going to be an RBI single for Arizarena. And that's going to make the game go 8-0 as Rodriguez scores. I think that's 2 RBIs for Arizarena. All right, Luke Raley's up. First pitch, swing and a miss. 1 for 4. RBI single in the 5th. Just touches the corner. That is for a strike. Good call. Good call. It was close, but it was a strike. And can the Guardians get out of this one? Swing and a miss, and that puts Rayleigh down. And we go to the top of the 9th. This could be it, folks. 3 outs away from a shutout. I mean, the perfect game. Ramirez walked the no-hitter. That went to DeLauder, who had the hot bat. So we are 3 outs away, and we have hit 100 viewers. Thank you so much. We're going to play this for the final time. 101.
And now for a taste of things to come.
In a game where the Mariners are winning 8-0, we have reached the 9th inning. Chase DeLauder, who even had 4 home runs to start the season, broke up the no-hitter in the 7th to make his bat still be hot. It just wasn't a home run, but that's okay. First pitch, first swing for Rocio, and it's going to go right to the left fielder, 1 away with an F7. And it looks like we are 2 outs away, and here is Quan. No, that's not Kwan. That is Martinez, who substituted for Kwan. We have a Angel Martinez. He's going to swing, and that ball is going to go foul for strike 2. So Angel Martinez, who took over in the outfield, is now in the lineup for Kwan. And he's down 0-2. He gets a piece of that one, and that one went foul. Looked very close, too. That one's going to go foul. Oh, 2, that's outside for a ball. Swing, and down goes Martinez. And the guard, he lost his hat too, lost his helmet. Martinez swung so hard, he lost his helmet. So the Guardians are down to their last out. Criswell going for the save. First pitch is in there for a strike. It's David Fry. David Fry coming in for DeLauder. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. 1 strike away. Seattle will play against the Yankees, and then they will play against the Angels this next weekend. Can this win the game? Nope, too high. Can this win it? Way outside. Criswell is now made the count 2-2. And Fry is going to hit one to left, and that is the game. Your final score with an F7 out there, and the Mariners shut out the Guardians 8-0. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. 2 watch-alongs in the 2026 season, and they're dancing. They turn Greek on me here? Were they doing a sirtaiki? Is that what they were doing? Who knows what they were doing there? And Moose is swinging the pendant, telling the fans to seize the moment. Did the Mariners just Greek dance? I don't know what I just saw. But either way, the game is now over. 8-0 is the final score. Second watch-along in the books. 2 watch-alongs, 2 shutouts. Plenty more to come. In the meantime, friends, and we're ending right around 10 o'clock too. So that's all we got for tonight. We'll be back next week as we get the Cardinals and the Tigers next week. So there you go. Finishing a little bit early tonight. Let's take top honors are going to go to Donovan, getting hit by a pitch twice, getting that nice 3-run homer So I'll give him top honors. And got to give an honorable mention to the pitcher. Let's bring up the final stats here. Hancock, 9 strikeouts. Getting your first win of the season. There you go. All righty, friends. Have a good night. It's Monday. It's time to go back to work. That's what I'm planning on doing first thing in the morning. See you all next week, right back here in the sports bar for the Tigers and the Cardinals. Until then, Staff Boy out. No challenge. Good night, everybody.